Hi, I'm Linda Pop. I'd like to share this little group of what I'm considering my embellished mint tins. I've added found objects to the little tins. I've made videos along the way that I'm going to share with you now. So enjoy. I'm starting on a group of new works that I'm considering my embellished mint tins in my Relationship with Nature series. So my first challenge was, how do I make these additional found objects archival? I don't want things falling off in a year. So what I've done is I punched holes in the cans and glued the piece on, but also wired it in place. So I hope that does the trick. And then I can hide that in my first layer. So you can see this one, I've put some work into it already, but this, I think it was a bookmark, has been glued and wired. I also spray the cans before I start. And this piece, I glued it, and then I also drilled a hole and nailed it in place. And as you can see, I even already attached a hanging device. Now my next step is to really explore lines from poems and songs. I've got tons written down that will give me my intention for each piece. For me, it's very important that it's not just arranging colors and shapes and textures. It's not just the formal qualities. I need to be expressing an idea that gives me my intention for the work. So this is my progress to date. I'm kind of excited about these additions to my little cans. A little update. I worked a lot on this little piece since my last video. I went with thinking of fragrances. Fragrance fills the air. And this piece I'm just starting on. I'll try to take more pictures as I go along. I'm very excited about the textures I'm gathering so far. And this piece, my intention, I see a little bug crawling in there, needs some work. It's going to be titled, I Waited in a Wooded Place Alone. That sort of reminds me to say it's very important that you seal these natural pieces, because you don't want critters crawling around. I've given the layer of texture there a coating of Mod Podge to seal it, and as long as I have that there, I think I might start just laying some dried flowers in place. They'll stick to the Mod Podge. I have pages and pages of an old dictionary filled with pressed flowers that I gather up. So it's just like my supply cabinet. So these all sort of stick in place on top of the Mod Podge. Whoop, whoop. And then after that dries, I will give these a layer also. So many beautiful textures. Get a little color contrast going here for a little snap. I want the background texture to still show through, so I'm trying to keep this kind of airy. This one might be a little too, I think it's blocking it a little too much. Save that for something else. I love this thistle. Well, this piece has been moving along pretty well. I think I finished the bottom half of the diptych, I'm calling these, sort of. They're two separate compositions. And I went and added some pieces because I didn't like how just the paper was showing behind this. This is, I think, a chestnut or hickory. Not very usual. I like how it just perfectly fits in this little container. I kind of think that's what I started with. And now I'm playing with what to do over here. This is kind of interesting, but I think it might be a little too big. I do like the texture. I think I've settled on the blue stone because it gives it that little pop of color. So I'm sort of playing with what's going to happen in this area. It needs to all be something kind of about the woods. Since this is titled, I Waited in a Wooded Place Alone. I like the spaces in this part. This might be it. And then I would glue those in place. They've all been sprayed. This has really been coated with Mod Podge, so it's just in place. This little embellished tin took a big jump last night because I had read a poem that was titled, I Want to Age Like Sea Glass, and that sort of stayed with me, that idea of our edges getting rounded out, and so I'm playing with that. I found this little timepiece today. I like how I'm sort of having a combination of natural pieces and man-made pieces. This could be a good transition piece for me because I'm feeling the need to tell some other stories. This group of small works has been fun and challenging, hard fun. I hope that you are finding activities that are keeping you challenged and bringing you joy during this time. Stay safe. Ciao for now.